Wednesday night live, weekly live here on YouTube on my channel at 7 o'clock. So to start with, we have got the Queen of the North. It's Sharon. We've got the dumpster diving queen. That's Lindsay.
Hi.
Dana has just messaged me saying that she's having to restart her laptop, so I'm sure she'll be on in a moment.
Yeah.
And my laptop's been a bit funny today as well. So Sharon, Linz, what have you guys been up to this week, today? What's been going on in your lives? Let me know.
I've just been sourcing, listing, packing, shipping out. To be fair, for the last couple of weeks it's been so quiet, but this week it's really picked up again, thankfully. Yeah, I was getting a little bit worried.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because all these things kind of like swing in roundabouts, don't they? Because
yeah,
a lot of people have said they've had a really good week, this week or last week sort of thing. But then other people have been like, no, I've been a bit quiet. So it kind of all just swings around, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been concentrating more on buying toys.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, buying toys. And I've just sold my third kids cash registers. You know, like with the little scanners, food baskets and things like that. You know, and I've just sold my third one in a matter of 3 weeks. I bought the first one, which was an IKEA one, that just flew out. Second one, it was a wooden one. I can't remember what it was called now, but it were a wooden one. There were no, like any electronics in it. It was just wood. And it was, kind of cute. Got little cash drawer and little coins and what have you. That took about a week to sell. And I've just listed another one today with a little shopping basket with all the little boxes of like bird's eye foods and things, and little Campbell soups. And that sold within 2 hours. So whether I'd put it on a little bit cheap or not, I don't know. But end of the day, it's a sale and I've made a profit, so I'm happy. Look out for toy cash registers. Yes.
Crazy.
Quick flips.
And American Pie is here. It's Dana.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, my voice is a little roached. I've been sick. I got this crud and it's been like 3 weeks now and it's just finally starting to go away. So thank God for that. But yeah, it's been, and then my laptop decided to just absolutely go crazy, ape crap on me. So that was fun. But I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. I'm not queer, but I'm queer adjacent. I'm very queer friendly.
I feel like I've got a little cold coming, actually. Like, when like the back of your throat kind of goes like really dry, like all the time. You feel a little bit achy. But I'm wondering. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's COVID, to be honest, because the amount of people I've seen lately, like at work, and with all these symptoms, like, have you done a COVID test? They're like, no, and I'm like, oh, okay, too late for me now then.
Yeah, looks to be me, I guess.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if I've got COVID coming, to be quite honest.
Hi, Shaz. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Shaz. So just going to jump in the chat very quickly now. So we have got Limelight in. Jenny, hello.
That's nice.
We've also got Ross in. Hello. My laptop's going like really slow. It doesn't like it when I have like people on with me. It takes forever to show up the comments.
My theory is like all the laptops in the world are communicating with each other, and they're like, let's just be jerks today.
Yeah,
they're like, let's make Wednesday like jerk day, jerk your laptop day. Yeah,
it is good sour AA. I thought we'd like fly the flag for the female resellers of the community, because I just thought it'd be a cool thing to do. And we've also got Julie B in. Hello. And I've also just popped a little post and saying any questions for the guests, please pop them in the chat, and we will also read them out. We've also got Lynn in. Hello.
Hi, Lynn.
Julie, her laptop may as well be a coffee coaster.
Yeah. There are days like that where I'm just like, why in the hell why don't I just throw this out the window?
And Limelight says anyone.
And then I remember, oh yeah, I don't have a backup. So
anyone heard from Reseller Den since he got his new job? I've missed those mornings.
No, but funnily enough, I were thinking about him today, and I thought I need to message him and just see, how he's settling in and is he enjoying his job.
Yeah.
So I am gonna message him after this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I haven't heard from him, but at the same time, I also haven't messaged him, so that kind of makes me sound like a bit of a shit now. But yeah. And George says he loves those little cash registers.
Yeah, brilliant.
Just coming down further now. George also says, question to all, what is everyone's bread and butter items to sell specifically for Christmas? Good question, George. Who wants to kick that off?
Mine would be definitely Christmas decorations, lights, especially vintage ones if you can get them, because they're so popular.
Yeah.
So anything vintage and Christmas decoration, the tackier the better normally.
Yeah. I think for me, like, because I'm mainly like a clothing seller, so it would have to be like Christmas jumpers and stuff like that. I think that would have to be like my go-to.
Yeah.
What about you, Dana?
The uglier the old lady Christmas cardigan, the better it sells, the faster it sells for me. And any scarf that I can find that's new with tags. Everybody loves giving scarves because it's kind of that generic, oh, look, somebody showed it up at my house for Christmas. Here you go. Here, I got you a present, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, or it's like an office present, or like, here, boss,
Yeah.
I like you, but I don't like you. So yeah. It's one of those.
What about you, Sharon?
Yeah, I generally tend to stick to clothing, but as I said previously, I am looking at more toys for this time of year. But also as well, I dropped a bit of a clanger back in summer. I go on this auction site and I got a little bit crazy with the bidding, and I shouldn't have really, and I didn't realise afterwards I bought a pallet full of Christmas tree skirts. So, and I won it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't want to win this. Please, somebody bid over me. Anyway, I ended up winning it, and anyway, this big truck pulled up with a big pallet, and I've got like 75 bloody Christmas tree skirts I've got to flog. So, oh my God. Anyway, so if anybody wants a Christmas tree skirt, just get in touch.
Yeah.
I'll give you a discount.
Definitely the right sort of time to get them listed.
I know.
Yeah.
I just got to write.
That's going to be like your mission now, to get those things like sold. You've only got like a window of opportunity, really.
If I look like if the look on my face looks like a confused chicken, I'm just beginning to realize the light bulb just came on. You guys don't exactly all have the same accent. And I know that right? People come from different places, but it just doesn't register until like I'm listening, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, and I look like just this sort of dead chicken look. I'm like,
yeah.
I think it works. So I'm down south. Sophie's probably middle, and Sharon's further up.
Yeah,
Shaz is north. It's in the name. Yeah.
Sharon's very northern. She's like
Yorkshire.
North.
My mum was from Keighley, so I've been brought up by complete Northerners. So I'm Northern in the heart, but just
bless.
Northern people are the best. They're so friendly.
Have you still got family up here then?
Family, but not family that I know very well, because all my nana's family, we didn't really get to know them, and then she passed, and that's kind of when we met them, but we didn't really stay in touch. But she was from Newcastle, and then my mum was born in Keighley in Yorkshire, and then she came down here and she hated it. Like, bless her, the oldest she got, she was born in like the early 20s, and she just hated it here. She just said, I just want to go back up there and die where I come from with the friendly people. No one's friendly down here.
Oh, bless her. We're a friendly bunch up here.
Yeah,
definitely.
Where I am in Cheltenham,
it almost sounds like a Scottish accent to me.
Oh,
yeah, Shaz, yours does. Yeah, but I've got American ears, so I've got Midwestern. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh no, yeah, a little bit southern from Scotland.
Not that far though, really, is it? I suppose.
They're all beautiful. They're all beautiful. I could listen to you guys read the phone book. Seriously.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm from Cheltenham, and it's the very top of like the southwest, but it's like an hour from Birmingham, hour from Bristol, and about an hour from Cardiff in Wales. So you kind of get like a little bit of all three in my accent, really, I suppose.
Can you just excuse me for just like 30 seconds?
Yeah,
I've just got to turn my taters in the air fryer before they burn. So hang on.
Chris has got a question. Does Old Yankee know what Yorkshire puddings are?
I actually think I do. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's like a muffiny sort of bread sort of thing that you serve with pot roast.
Yeah, it's like a batter essentially. So like you get eggs, milk, and flour. And you like just whisk it all up, and you've got to have it in like a preheated, like you put the oil in like a tin, and then you've got to heat in the oven first, so it's like smoking kind of thing. Then you bring it out and then pour your batter in, put it back in, and then it all rises up.
Or if you're really lazy, you can buy them.
It's like pancake batter, Dana. It's basically a recipe for pancake batter. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a muffin sort of funnel cake.
It's really good with roast meat and roast potatoes and lots of gravy.
Plenty of gravy. Yep. Yeah, aren't we, Lindsay?
See, I've been brought up by Northerners. You've got to have loads of gravy. You have to.
You can't have enough gravy.
Sorry, Dana. Sorry. Well,
no, it's okay. We're pretty big fans of gravy too here in the Midway. I didn't get this big by not eating gravy. And then we have like white sausage gravy, which is like a bechamel sauce, I guess. It's like a white sausage gravy. And we put that on our breakfast things and on like chicken fried steak and stuff like that. That's pretty good.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
We're like you guys. We have a variety of gravies.
Me and Sophie were talking, Dana, and your little thing about us trying to make biscuits and gravy for our next taste test. Me and Sophie were having a chat, and we're planning on maybe doing like either a live stream or a video where both of us get together and make it.
Yeah, like from scratch and just see the carnage like unfold.
See how badly we can mess it up.
You basically do that, and I will try to make Yorkshire pudding in my American kitchen, which has never seen Yorkshire pud before, ever.
Lindsay, I've got a quick question for you with you having Keighley relatives. Yeah. When you were little, your nan or whoever, do you know when she used to do Yorkshire puddings for Sunday dinner? Did she insist on having the Yorkshire puddings on a plate with nothing else apart from gravy first? and then followed by the dinner.
No,
we had to, when we were kids, it was like a starter, Yorkshire pudding, So we used to have Yorkshire pudding with gravy. We used to eat that, and then
you'd have your dinner.
The dinner, Never used to clean plates. Though he used to just get chucked on plates with gravy.
That sounds wonderful. Bread and gravy as an appetizer? Hell yeah. Oh, I can get behind that. I can totally get behind that.
To be fair though, I think one might make that a thing now, to be honest. Sounds good.
I think it was an old fashioned thing.
That's Becky with the good hair in New Life.
AA has got a question saying, does anyone list on Christmas Day?
No.
What did I do last year? I don't think I did. I think I just did a few self-similars just to keep it going, but I certainly didn't list any new items.
No. With the amount of alcohol I sup on Christmas Day, I'd make a mistake. So no, I'll just leave it well alone on Christmas Day.
I have a giant family. Like, they're huge. There's a reason why we built a bar that is like larger than my living room onto my house. So I have every single one of them, plus their friends, over on Christmas Day. So I'm like cooking, cleaning, entertaining, drinking more, and then drinking again. So we don't. I don't list. I usually list the day after Christmas though, because I'll usually get some crap I don't like, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna flip that."
I did find though, like last year, like my sales in the run up to Christmas were actually quite slow, which I was surprised at. But then after Christmas, in like limbo week, so from Boxing Day to New Year's, my sales were like brilliant, and I think it's because the pressure was then taken off for getting it there in time for Christmas, and also people then get money for Christmas, so they're happier to buy secondhand things for themselves. They don't necessarily want to buy secondhand things like for Christmas, I suppose.
I think it's definitely where people will buy stuff because they've got Christmas money, so they're like, I can just use this for me. And as you said, people don't tend to like to give a second-hand gift, but they'll quite happily have something second-hand for themselves because they don't care.
Before Christmas is like when you buy for everybody else, and after Christmas is like, oh, I got an eBay gift card, guess what? That's all me now. It's when you get to be selfish a little.
Quite rightly as well.
Ross said, I listed on the C word day. I don't know if that's a typo there, Ross. Say Christmas Day and Boxing Day, then get loads of sales.
Interesting.
And Gary says, pudding first with Yorkshire salad. What's that, Shaz? Do you know?
Pudding first with Yorkshire salad. I don't know. I don't normally have salad with me Sunday dinner. Yorkshire pudding.
No, I don't have salad.
I don't know. Sorry.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
She's from Jersey. New Jersey. She's from New Jersey. Sorry. I keep forgetting you guys have all your own stuff here. I'm like, we love Jersey.
Limelight says it was probably a frugal thing, so you didn't eat as much meat with your main meal. Do you think that's true, Chaz?
That's a smart Nana.
That does make sense. Yeah, because it was the older generation, like my nan, who used to insist on having his Yorkshire puddings first and then his dinner.
Yeah.
So obviously, when she was growing up, there were rations and things. So it's probably right,
Susie also says, I'm served. Thank you, Susie. Can you drop links to Shaz and Lindsay, please? Linz, do you want to say your channel name? Because I always get it all the wrong way round.
It is drink and dive, dumpster dive in UK. Sometimes even I don't say it right. It's a tongue twister, and you've got to really think about it before you say it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tongue twister.
But Shaz doesn't have a channel, but she has got Instagram as Flippin' Northerner. So do follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, Susie, I keep forgetting you're from Brooklyn. Not you're from Brooklyn or the Bronx, right? Yeah, New York, not New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Gary says it was served with Yorkshire pudding, lettuce, spring onion in vinegar, and a touch of sugar and mint sauce.
That sounds lovely.
No, I don't know that one. I know what we used to have on at Sunday tea time with sandwiches, because we always sandwiches on a Sunday. Through the day, well, in the morning when my nan used to be doing us dinner, preparing us dinner, she used to do sliced onion and cucumber, and she used to put that in a little dish with vinegar.
Oh, really?
And we used to have it as like a pickle on her sandwiches at tea time. Yeah.
Is there anything that you used to have growing up, Dana, that like you wouldn't necessarily have now?
My grandma would always do that onion and cucumber thing. She would always do that. And she would always put like with every holiday meal, she would cook turnips. And I was the only person who liked them. Like my mother and I were the only ones who liked them. So now that I'm older, I haven't had turnips since she passed. And it's been like, 15 years, I guess, since I've had turnips, and I kind of miss them at holidays now. Like just a little bit of turnip on the side for some reason.
So what's weird. A turnip? What's a turnip?
A turnip, it's like it's a root vegetable. It's similar to it's kind of like a potato, but it's got it's like a big potato radish on a baby.
Do you mean a turnip?
Yeah.
Yes, a turnip. What did I say?
It's like a little teeny.
What did I say? Did I not say turnip?
See, I say turnip. You say turnip.
Oh yeah. yeah, turnip.
Oh, dear.
They were turned up. Yeah.
So you don't call them like turnips. You call them turnips.
If you're northern or posh, or if you're from Connecticut, because they pronounce everything correctly, then yes. Otherwise, no, you probably just call it turnip. Turnip. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a turnip forever now.
At least I knew what I meant. You say turnip, and I say turnip.
Yeah. Tomato.
Right.
So the difference is we've got a nip at the end, and you've got a nut.
We have a nut.
You've got a nut, and we've got a nip.
You're a nut, and we're a nip.
UK girls representing the nip. Hey.
We're all about the nip.
It's all about the nips.
Always about the nips. Always.
Oh dear.
What's the word for eggplant? That's aubergine.
That's posh. I'd call it aubergine, not aubergine.
Aubergine. It's aubergine.
I don't think I've ever had an aubergine.
You've never had an aubergine?
No.
You're not missing nothing. It's awful.
Is it?
We take some eggplants. They're only good like if you get to a good Italian restaurant where they know how to do it really, really tender, and they can but this is what they have to do to make the thing edible. They have to pre-soak it, and then they have to cover it in like a batter, and then cover that batter in like Italian breadcrumbs, and then fry it, and then they cover it in cheese and red sauce and more cheese. So yeah, unless it's like eggplant parmigiano.
They cover it in all of that because it tastes disgusting on its own. That's why it's covered.
Yeah, it's gnarly. It's gnarly.
I once roasted like a whole aubergine and did like a rice thing with it. And this is why I've kind of gone off aubergine a little bit, because I could not stop going to the toilet. And I think I just ate too much aubergine.
So it's a laxative as well.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah.
You're aubergine intolerant.
Yeah. And I actually haven't eaten it since that night. I've not eaten it again. But I do like them. But maybe I just shouldn't have eaten the quantity that I ate, I think.
Another one that America says differently to us is coriander. You guys call it cilantro.
Oh, yeah.
Coriander.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cilantro. Oh, I love cilantro. I love it on everything.
Is that
especially
like
on Mexican food?
Plant name though? Like no cilantro. Is that like the name of the plant? Is that why it's called cilantro instead of coriander?
I'm guessing. I can only I don't know.
No.
I can only guess at what we why we say what we say. Between a turnip and a Swede.
Yeah, Chris got a good question. What's the difference between a turnip? Turn up? I just said it.
Turnip. See? I'm gonna have you dropping your eyes so soon.
I think I could be wrong because I sometimes get them mixed up. But one of them's little like that, and it's white flesh, but it's still
that's the turnip one. That one.
Is that the turnip one?
Yeah.
And then the Swede are the bigger ones, like an orangey colour inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't normally buy them little ones because
I thought they were telling a joke. Like, what's the difference between a turnip and a Swedish person? Like, literally, I thought that was like a setup for a joke. I didn't know you guys actually had a thing called a Swede.
Yeah.
I was like, punchline,
turnips and Swedes, but I always buy the bigger of the two. So is that a turnip or is that a Swede?
Swede. The bigger ones are Swede. Yeah.
Swede.
It's nice mashed in with carrot.
And we mash it with taters. So we have, but I always call it turnip. So tater and turnip mash. Yeah.
There is
the big ones are Swede. And the little one, Mummy Linlin's read it in the chat actually. Turnip, when you chop it up, it's white. When you chop up Swede, it's like a yellowy colour, like an orangey yellowy colour.
Yeah.
That's the other difference. I'm not sure about taste wise, to be honest. The only time I've ever had turnip is in a stew. I've only ever had it in a stew, sort of like because of
I didn't think that was really a real question. I thought he was setting us up for a joke, like, you know, two hookers walk into a bar.
Yeah. And there's like some English slang as well. You can say Swede for head. So you'd be like, oh, you're doing my Sweden, you are. You're doing my
nut. You're doing my nutting.
Yeah, you're doing my nutting, doing my Sweden. Or if I like whack my head, I'd be like, oh, just wash my Swede.
Like you're blowing my mind, that sort of thing. Like
Lisa.
Oh gosh, I have to blow my nose, guys. I'll be right back.
But Lisa has defined Swede quite well. Swede is a Swedish turnip or turnip, hence the name Swede. They are bigger, tough-skinned, yellow-fleshed, and much hardier than a turnip. Turnips are the smaller ones.
Thank you.
So there we go.
Different people do different things with it because Shaz was saying she mashes it with potato, whereas I would mash it in with carrot or on its own with lots of butter and pepper. Lovely. But yeah, not really turnip. I've only really used turnip a couple of times, and it's just because I was curious and put it in a stew. But I would always buy the Swede normally.
Yeah. Oh, I chop it up and stick it in a stew. Yeah.
I was literally about to say, do you think Dana's actually blowing her nose, or is she having a cigarette?
Oh no, I was actually if I was having a cigarette, you'd still be able to hear me. I would just be like, you know, hey, I'm having a ciggy. Pretty much.
So Dana, obviously, like you've heard about Poshmark closing in the UK.
Mother of God, yes. That's BS. I'm sorry. I was so lit up about that. And I was, you should have seen my show on Sunday too, my brunch. I was like, shame. And my sister kept ringing the shame bell from, Game of Thrones. And I was like, man, it's shameful though, because they're like, hey, look at this new selling opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Let's get everybody's buy-in. Let's get everybody to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I think it was somebody was talking about in George's chat. Somebody was talking about, I think it was Tonks actually that was talking about how she did like 700 listings, all for nothing.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Yeah,
you can't just come into town, beat the drum, and then leave in the middle of the night.
I was interested to know what your take on it was, because I watched Rockstar Flipper last night, and he's done a video about Poshmark clothes, and obviously from a US perception. But he didn't really have any of the. You could tell he hasn't actually spoken to anyone from the UK or ever before releasing this video,
right.
And he didn't really have. Didn't really have the facts. Like, he was posting all these articles saying that, oh, there's only 500,000 people on there. Clearly, it just wasn't popular. Clearly, it's not going to work. Blah blah blah. But he kind of missed out the whole fact that actually the reason it didn't work was because it wasn't marketed in any shape or form, and it wasn't advertised, and
right.
It just relied on word of mouth from influencers, and of course they're really only going to bring in resellers to the platform, not to go public. So yeah, I was a bit I don't know, I was a bit really, why does he think that people just didn't bother with it, when actually it's the other way around? Poshmark didn't bother with it.
I might have wanted to get some actual UK resellers' perspectives on that, because I know when I heard about it, I felt so bad for Soph, because I've seen, as most of you will know, I know Soph really well. We have long phone calls, and I've seen the amount of effort she's put in. She's listed, she's been doing live, she's been so hard with it. And unfortunately, Poshmark, this guy should have reached out to some UK sellers before he sort of just went ahead and did a video, because a lot of them have put so much effort in. I know Sophie's put so much effort into it to try and be able to her, and they never advertised. They didn't do anything. We've got another company over here called Vinted. They've got TV adverts. They've got loads of stuff that you'll see in between YouTube videos that everyday people are going to see and join. Whereas Poshmark did nothing. They just expected it to happen, and it didn't happen.
Tell you, from the American side, I can already tell. I could tell when they first started that they were different, because I was talking with another reseller from the UK, and I said, oh, have you gotten those Poshmark commercials on the radio and on TV? And they're like, what? No. And I'm like, they didn't make commercials for you? Like when I turn on my radio in my car, I hear a Poshmark commercial, and I have television commercials that on my, when I'm streaming something that's not that I'm getting free because of commercials or whatever. That was I over-explain everything. But I can there's so much advertising here, and that is it's really disappointing that they didn't give you guys enough time to get up and running, because Poshmark, it wasn't like Poshmark was super successful its first year in the US. It takes a while to get into a new market, and they just went into the UK this year. I was really pissed off on you guys.
Oh, hang on a minute, my thing's gone off. Everyone's still here? Yeah, my screen just went off for some reason. But what was I going to tell you? Oh, bloody hell. Can't remember what I was going to tell you now, because my screen went off.
Advertising. Have they given any reason, as to why they suddenly pulled the plug?
Well, I think...
I'm confused.
I mean, from what I've heard, some company in Korea took over Poshmark, kind of bought it out, and I think they were running the international side of things, and just didn't have any money to do it. But really, this is what I was going to tell you. I've remembered now. But really, if you think about it, Poshmark was only really live properly for less than 6 months, because I joined like the wait list. I was on the platform before it got to launch, so I was able to build my store and everything ready for launch. So actually, if you think about it, it was, although it was around a year, it wasn't active till about 6 months ago or so, even that.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think they'll be able to come back to the UK, because the way that they managed it all, and like Poshmark shuts tomorrow basically, so it'll be open to the first to try and get your funds out, which people are already having problems with. People are already not being able to withdraw their money and things like that.
Yeah.
But the last day you can actually sell is today. But yeah, I don't think they'll actually be able to come back to the UK because of the way they've handled everything. That the trust is gone now. It will take a lot for people, I think, to be able to like rejoin and trust them for like a long, sustainable period of time.
Yeah.
I think
it were absolutely shocking.
I think the shit's gonna hit the fan in like a couple of weeks' time, when people maybe haven't been able to get their money, and you're gonna see YouTube video after YouTube video of people more than pissed, which quite rightly.
Well, the article that I read said that everybody had until November 1st to cash out. And I'm like, okay, but what if you said you have until October 25th to sell things, okay, and to get things sold and out the door. So if you get something sold and out the door and the mail is delayed, and then you don't get your payment until like after they accept it and they forget to accept it or something, what if they don't accept it until November 2nd? Are you screwed out of your money and your product? I just don't like the way that they started and did it. I just don't like that. It feels very irresponsible to me.
Yeah.
And so it's made me much more aware that I need to get to cross listing, because the thing is that Americans, you think it can't happen to you. Of course it can. Of course it can. Any company can do anything at any time. It can happen to you. Be prepared.
Yeah. Ross, I've just clicked on the wrong one. That's one of Ross. No explanation. I feel so many for people like Sophie. And obviously, I feel bad for you as well, Ross, because this is how we got interacting with each other. Because obviously, you're a posh seller as well. I don't feel as bad as others, but here for a lot of people that are devastated had it written under them. I think the thing was for me. Was that I really kind of bought into it, and I really thought this was going to like elevate my business. And I felt like I had everything in one app. Like I could list normally, I could do live shows, I could do silence. No other app was doing this kind of stuff, with the, apart from obviously Whatnot, which is still very new here. But otherwise, none of the main apps are doing this kind of stuff. So I thought being on the platform before it even launched as well was like a real opportunity here, and I was going to grab it. But it obviously it just hasn't happened like that. Lisa's put, I guess so. Unless
Lindsay, Shaz, did you guys have anything listed on Poshmark?
No, luckily we didn't even start looking at listing on there yet. So
yeah,
blessing.
I had a few things, but nothing in comparison to Sophie's level. I think I only sold two items. I got £27 in the account. As soon as that message came out, I withdrew it. They paid it into my bank account the following working day, and then I've just delisted everything. Yeah. But I mean, everything. How many listings would you have had on there, Sophie?
Oh, I had hundreds on there. Because obviously, like I say, I was on the store before launch, so I was building it up. So when I launched it, I already had about over 100 listings on there. Yeah. And then when it launched, I had my best couple of weeks sales than I'd ever had on like eBay or anything. And then it kind of like gradually got less. And then kind of realised after the whole free credit thing, there was no marketing or anything. And I actually messaged Bosch on Instagram and said, "Are you going to actually do some marketing so more people will come on the platform?" Because you could see you had an amazing 2 weeks, and it's gradually a bit less, a bit less, a bit less, a bit less. And you're realizing it's because no one else is like here. And all the people that followed, like I had about, I don't know, 25,000 followers on there, but a lot of them were from America. Like it wasn't many, in the UK. Rob said we have so many more now and not getting help. I think that's is it Flamingo Pen? I think. Yeah, there's lots of people who already can't get their money.
It's made me change how I cash out on Poshmark too, because I would usually like wait a week or two and then just cash out a big lump sum. I haven't been doing that. I've been like, literally anytime I get close to $50, bam, cash out. Hey, Raquel.
Well, I was letting it build up a bit on there. And then I would cash out, like once it got to maybe like 100, 200, whatever, then I would cash it out.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It changed the way I looked at it as just from my perspective. It changed the way that I looked at Poshmark because now that Naver's taken over, it's no longer under the purview of like people that we had sort of grew up with on Poshmark and trusted. Now that Naver's taken over, it's just some, blind international company that can do anything at any time to anybody and screw their sellers. So I'm like, I don't trust it. That's why I'm starting to cross list everything now.
I mean, I was quite surprised because watching this Rockstar Flickers video, he was like, "Oh, Poshmark isn't that big here in the US either," and I thought it was, but he was like, "Yeah, it's not that big." And they've come over here and now they've pulled out. But he had nothing to really like back up what he was saying. Like he's kind of made this video, really just jumping on a bit of a topic, but actually had no anecdotal evidence, no real research actually.
I'm pretty sure I've seen something on Facebook that he'd been making videos about other people as well and trying to start.
I've seen this. Now, I was debating whether to get into this. Let me just say hello to Sean a moment.
Hey, Sean.
Jesus Christ.
Also,
I'm scary, Spice. I've been sick for 2 weeks. It's not my fault. I'm scary.
I was kind of wondering whether to get into this because, like, he's done some videos calling out Chris from Daily Refinement and some other woman called Nicole, who I don't actually know. I don't know anything about her. Never seen her. Never heard of her till now. Whatever. However, Chris I have. And the way he like ends his videos are like they're pretty like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like. He's like, "Oh yeah, you try come at me and I'll get my lawyers involved. I've got all the evidence, blah blah blah." He's quite like aggressive with it. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, like the whole thing. And like, he's like, "No, I don't have a vendetta. I just want this sorted for other people, blah blah blah." But to me, to make YouTube videos about someone would mean you've probably got a vendetta, because I wouldn't do that.
The thing is, though, I think it's if you want to get good views, some people are ruthless in how they go about it, and using someone like Daily Refinement, who is huge in the US with the reselling sort of community, I think is a really good way of getting quite a few views if you want to sort of call out beef with someone or make an accusation, and unfortunately, people will watch that,
Yeah, he was posting like a lot of stuff like in his videos, like all these different conversations and loads of different stuff. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got it all on my laptop. You wait, all this stuff." And I was like, "Dude, like, live your life, man. You know what I mean? Like, move on." If it's not affecting you, just live your life.
and obviously, it's not affecting you. It's in the US.
That's true.
It's good viewing, but at the same time, it is good viewing. But at the same time, I'm a bit like, live your life, man. Like, don't go calling people out and stuff like that. All right, you can think what you want. You may have evidence or whatever. Think what you want. But if it doesn't physically like direct you, like, what's up?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'm very, very, very cautious about what I say about other resellers online, because I wouldn't want them to do it to me, and I just think it's crap karma. Yeah. That being said, it's notable that I have about 300 reseller subscriptions to different people's channels, and that's not one of them.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's one of the biggest ones. But I'm really think that it is. I am so sick of seeing people, and this is just a general people term, but I'm really sick of seeing people use trash talking other resellers for clickbait. It drives me crazy, and I have seen some of the bigger ones. I've seen some of the bigger ones do that more than once. They do it time and time and time again. They go after other resellers, and I don't like it. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just like, no. Plus, oh my God, girls, yes, I'll give you the hot gossip after we get off of here because I can't do this publicly. But girl, there's so much. Girl, there's so much.
I just think it's really unprofessional. Like, you got to think you are running a business as well. Like, yes, you're engaging in social media and being yourself, but at the same time, you're still representing your business. So it's unprofessional.
It is.
And I just think if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it.
Shut the hell up.
And it can backfire. It can also backfire and be very damaging.
Yeah.
Yes. If you've got any opinions about other people,
and you can end up
keep it to
getting
yourself.
sued. Yeah.
They know it brings in views because
I'm still here. I'm just smoking.
When we've put up videos where, like someone's like, for example, the woman attacked Alvin, if people think there's going to be a beef or something like dramatic's going to happen in a video, they're more likely to click on it. So these people know they're going to get views by bitching or causing a beef.
Yeah. There are others. There are other people too. He's not the only one. There are other resellers too, or quote unquote resellers that actually haven't done reselling in a while, and they're getting all of their money off of like YouTube or investments and stuff like that. And I don't know if who's still reselling or who's not. It's not mine to say. But I'm just saying there are a lot of quote unquote resellers who spend ladies and gentlemen who spend their time, so much time complaining about everybody else. I'm like, when do you have time to, steam out a shirt and sell it?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, who's getting your ironing done?
Ross says, yeah, Rockstar got the postage wrong. He did. That's true. Said it's because they didn't have a posted in the UK. We did. We had Royal Mail. And that's one thing that works well. It did work well, actually. And I did really enjoy the fact that, if I was off the next day, the poster would come knock at my door with my label and I wouldn't even have to leave the house. Like, I did enjoy that. When it worked well. I mean, there was, obviously, we had the issue, didn't we, Linz, when you bought someone off from your credit and Alvin did. And for some reason, your label turned up, but Alvin's didn't.
Yeah, it was like literally the same. Was it the same night? I think it was the same night we actually bought it.
It was literally the same night at the same time, but for some reason yours turned up, but Alvin's didn't, and God knows why. But it came like the next day. But yeah, he had a lot of just wrong information, no real like evidence. Hadn't actually talked to anyone from the UK. Just nothing to back up what he was actually saying, and actually what he was saying was really vague. And I was just like, if you're going to put a video out, it's one thing jumping on a hot topic, that's fine, but at least have some real evidence. At least do some research.
Right. Just try to be more useful than tits on a bull. That's all I'm saying. Pardon my French, but come on. I mean, I'm just like, just do a little bit of homework. How can somebody not know that how can you be a reseller and talk about the UK and not know that the Royal Mail would be like the default US postal service that we have? How could you not know that?
Yeah.
Like common sense would tell you that. I don't know. See, this is me on a roll. Child, I can get going. Oh.
He was
get us all in trouble.
Because UK don't have anything like the USPS, and I was like, we have Royal Mail, man. Like, it's
yeah. Like, the UK doesn't actually have real mail. I'm like, you're an idiot. Okay. You're right. They all just wander around looking for mail. That's what they do in the UK.
Sean says, I feel surrounded. Am I the only man? Hands off, ladies. I think you're on the female front 1994. Ross, I don't know the ins and outs, but I've seen the Rockstar video. You wouldn't get away with that in the UK. The libel laws here are stronger than the US. You could say that. No, you wouldn't.
I think he's going after people who don't have the money to sue him. Would be my guess.
But surely, like,
I gotta shut up now. I really have to shut up now because I'm just totally backtracking on everything that I said about not talking about other people. I'm just saying, girls, we're gonna have such a conversation after this one. Woo.
But surely Daily Refinement would have the money to sue him.
Yeah, he's quite. It's obviously not the first controversy surrounding Daily Refinement, but like, to be honest, like, I believe that's probably why this guy's put the video up. It seems like he's jumping on anything that he knows is going to get views, because he clearly knew nothing about Postmark over here, but felt to make a video.
Yeah, and that kind of like annoyed me. I was like, do your research, man. Like, if you're going to make a video about like another country's like thing, like, do your research. Sean says, I still think Poshmark pulled out after seeing one of Sophie's videos. Thanks. Oh, hang on a minute. My chat's jumped, but I need to say hello to Junie because I haven't seen Junie for a while. Hello, Junie. You have been AWOL. Oh, you got your uni results. Well done. So proud of you. So pleased. Well done. That's brilliant.
Right on. Right
well
on.
Done, Junie.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Sorry, not something we normally say, but well done.
I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up anyway, but us guys can chat in the green room afterwards. Because Pete, he's on at 8:00, so I have to start wrapping this up, obviously, for Pete. So yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this chat. Obviously, I think to be fair, we've probably only scraped the sides with things, but this is the weekly Wednesday night, 7:00 on my channel. Do join us. Thank you so much for joining.
Can I just do a really cheeky plug?
Yes, do a plug. Get your plugs in now. We
are back live Saturday, and we've got a party for you guys. It's Halloween. It's our anniversary. It's Sophie's birthday, and we're celebrating the lot. So join us Saturday night at 8:30.
You know when, like, First We Feast? You guys watch that with Sean, the bowl guy, and he's like, this camera, this camera, this camera. Tell everyone what you got going on in your life.
No, I'll Google it.
I might even start doing that at the end of a stream now. Just going, this camera, this camera, this camera. Tell everyone.
And you get a car, and you get a car.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, guys. Pete's on at 8:00, so do head over to Pete, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.